Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with our next YouTube class. Yes, I ditched the word mini because they're not mini. Who are we trying to kid? So it's just a YouTube class. This is YouTube number 132, and yes, this is the YouTube where I introduce you to the very next collection of simply defined dies and stamps by me, Stacy at Scrapbooking Made Simple. This is our Christmas collection. There is a winter collection coming, but this is the Christmas collection, and it is the release for September. Now, a few of you have emailed me and said, what's the difference between your simply defined dies and stamps and your simply refined dies and stamps? Well, to start with, they're both my product. Doesn't matter which one you buy, they're both exclusively at Scrapbooking Made Simple. They're manufactured for us exclusively, and they are my designs and my inspiration and my ideas of what I think I would want if I were you. There is a few difference, not too many. Simply defined, which I'm showing you today, we have contracted with Ellison. That is the company that makes all of your Sizzix products. So while it is manufactured by the company that makes Sizzix, these are not Sizzix dies. These are mine, Simply Defined, and you can't find them at Sizzix or at any other store. Simply Refined is my second line of dies and stamps, and it turned out that I had two really great opportunities, and I have two really distinctive styles that I love, love, love. So Simply Refined dies, we've contracted with Tonic Studios to manufacture. And it's a completely different look and feel than what you're going to see today. Now, Simply Defined, which is what we're showing today, releases every single month. There's 6 sets, sometimes 7, 6 sets every month that retail for a phenomenal price. If you buy the bundle, the I Want It All bundle, you would get all 6 sets at $10 a set for only $60. And if you buy them open stock, they're still only $13.99 a set. Now, that's a phenomenal price for what I think we give you, and we're trying to keep crafting affordable here. So we've really worked on that price to fit it in so that more of you can enjoy die cutting and stamping. It's no longer a matter of choosing between paying the cable bill and buying a die. It shouldn't be that choice. You should be able to have both. So very price conscious, as is Simply Refined, which only releases every other month. So last Saturday in YouTube 130, I did the Christmas release for Simply Refined dies and stamps. Yes, we still have some available. Yes, they're selling very quickly. Yes, they're equally as exclusive as the Simply Defined. The only place you're going to find them is here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, because they're mine. Now, I've got new product to tell you about. I have 2 new additions to the Simply Defined family. I have a product called Vintage Glam and a product called Clearly Glitter. And I'm going to show you those. I think you're going to love them. I hope you're equally as excited about them as I am. I have Winter Chicken Dinner to talk about. So from YouTube number 131, I said I would give away some of the product, and we used my Simply Refined dies and stamps. So these 2 people have won an entire collection of the Christmas release of Simply Refined, and that was called I Believe was the collection. So if you are Jan Eckroot, and oh, I know this person. It's always nice when it's a familiar face. If you're Linda Doyle, congratulations. Both of you have just won a full set of my Simply Refined dies and stamps, the collection I Believe for holiday and Christmas. How are you going to claim your prizes? Easy peasy. I have a feeling Linda's going to stop by the store and say, woohoo! But you can email us at winner, WINNER, at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Give us your name, address, telephone number, and we will have these prizes out to you just as quickly as possible. Now, do you want to be a winner? Of course you do. All you have to do is become a member of YouTube, so get a login for YouTube. It's free. And then subscribe to Scrapbooking Made Simple's channel. It's free. Watch this YouTube and post your comment. Your comment can be anything from say hello to the SMS girls, or I love the samples, or I'm having a really great day here, or my husband brought me flowers, or my wife cooked a phenomenal dinner. It can be anything you want as long as it's kind. That's all we ask, is that you be kind. I do review the comments and approve them, so if you don't see your comment immediately, just give me a little bit of time. I have to read them and then approve them. And sometimes there's 600, 700, 800 comments. So that is how you become a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Now I've got a lot to go over, a lot to show you, new product to show you. So I'm gonna tilt down and we're gonna get started for today. Again, if you watched YouTube 131, you know that I designed these. These came to mind when my mom, and I'm not even gonna go there. So I'm just gonna say that this year's holiday was inspired and tributed to my mother, and I hope you enjoy them. All right, are we ready to go down? Down we go. Okay, so I'm starting with a sample this time. Let me fix my camera. I'm starting with a sample this time because I want you to see what Michelle created. Is that the most beautiful thing ever? She just took an inexpensive dollar store frame, painted it, put glitter. Oh no, that's simply no, that's vintage Glam in there. Shh. And then die cut one of my dies. The collection is called Joyous Traditions, and that's what I think of when I think of Christmas, Joyous Traditions. And this is my holiday reindeer. Now, here it is in the actual die. Whoop, slide right off. There it is in the actual die. So there is the die of the reindeer. And yes, we even included the word joy here as a die cut in a really nice size. Now, as I was saying, if you were to buy this one all by itself, it's $13.99. But if you buy the I Want It All bundle, it comes down to $10 per set in that bundle for a price of $59.99. Now I'm gonna tilt up for just a minute because we've had some confusion. Okay, so when you go online to buy them, you need to look for the I Want It All bundle for the Simply Refined or the Simply Defined products. Doesn't matter, look for the I Want It All bundle because that's the bundle that gives you the biggest savings. Some of you have gone through and bless your pea picking heart, you've ordered all of them, but you ordered them individually and then paid more than you were supposed to. We saw that and we credited and changed and took that out of your, changed your invoice and put the I Want It All bundle and refunded you the overage. But if you're looking for the set that gives you the biggest savings, it's the I Want It All bundle. That's what you're gonna look for, as opposed to buying all of them individually and then saying, hey, where's the savings? But we did catch it on several of you who did that. And if you're one of them and we didn't catch it and you bought all 4 of the Simply Refined dies, email us, call us, and we'll rectify that for you so you get the savings, okay? Down we go. Yeah, Michelle and Sarah and Sonia were catching a lot of those and trying to fix them and then call customers and let them know that we took care of it for them. Okay, so there is my reindeer die, and that's the one that we're gonna be playing with today. But that vintagey silver, what is that? That is my new self-adhesive vintage Glam paper. And it comes in not only silver, it comes in gold. And it's beautiful. And it's self-adhesive, and it die cuts like an absolute dream, and you can color on top of it. Oh my gosh. And back here, the silver that's back here, that's my Reflections adhesive paper. The vintage Glam is just beautiful. She's got the joy right down there. It's just beautiful. So I want to show you how to use it. I'm going to start with the reindeer die, and then we will move on to Clearly Glitter, and then I will show you the entire collection. So I'm going to put that there for now, and I'm going to pull my reindeer die, and it is a wafer die. See how thin it is? That means it's a wafer die, and it is an intricate die. Do you see how intricate this die is? That tells us we're going to use our precision base plate with our Big Shot machine. Now I'm just going to grab some vintage Glam. This is the size sheets it comes in. And it comes in a 12 pack. I think we did a 12 pack. Yes, a 12 pack. So you get 6 sheets of silver and 6 sheets of gold in each pack. Right now, that is the only way we sell it. We don't have it open stock where you can just get the silver or just get the gold. Right now, we just have it in the combo pack, 6 sheets of each, and all completely self-adhesive. Oh, this one's already cut in two, so why don't I do that one? I'm gonna cut me off a piece. And I'm gonna use my die to die cut. Now I'm gonna pull over my machine. I've got my Sizzix Big Shot machine. I am working on my magnetic platform. You don't have to work on your magnetic platform. You absolutely can use your multi-purpose platform. And this machine comes with the extended multi-purpose platform. And it shows you for a wafer die, for a wafer thin die, whether it be a framelit or a thinlit or one of mine or a memory box or whomever's die, you're going to keep this platform completely closed. And then you would put your precision base plate on top and start making your sandwich. The sandwich is the same regardless if you use your multi-purpose platform or your magnetic platform. The difference is Ellison does not necessarily recommend that you use a magnetic platform with your precision base plate. I do. They say that there is an opportunity for you to break the magnets in your magnetic platform. I haven't done it yet. I may just continue to do it until I actually do break them, and then I can tell you, oh, yep, it broke, and this is about how many times it did it, and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my magnetic platform. Does the magnetic property still work when you put your precision base plate over it? No, it doesn't. Then Stacy, why are you using it? Well, frankly, because it's convenient and I like the size of it. As opposed to the really long platform, I like the size of this one. So I'm willing to take the gamble. It is entirely up to you. If you are not, just grab your multi-purpose platform. That's it, and you're going to use the exact same sandwich I am showing you right now. So I've got my base platform, my magnetic platform. I've got my precision base plate with the metal side up or the coated side up. If you can read the directions, if you're cutting and you can read the directions on your precision base plate, you are doing it wrong. Oh, there we go. You do not want to see the directions. So I'm gonna put that right down, metal or coated side up. I'm gonna take my beautiful vintage Glam, oh my gosh, beautiful, all self-adhesive. I'm gonna put my reindeer die right on top, and then I'm gonna take an old icky clear plate, something that's already been cut into, because the pressure that the precision base plate puts against that die to make sure it cuts is going to leave an impression in your clear plate. So if you don't want to use your do not cut plate, you want to keep that nice and pretty, just grab an old one of your cut plates and you're going to put that right on top. And then I'm going to send it through. Ready? Creaks and cracks are okay. And then, to be sure that I got every little bit cut, because I'm asking it to go through a non-porous material and adhesive, I'm just going to turn it and roll it back through. I did a quarter turn, and I'm going to roll it right back through. Move it out of my way, pull it over. You can see that all the cuts are done. It's gonna pop right out of there. Now, frankly, I would save this because I've included other dies in each set, and this one happens to come with the word joy, and joy would fit there just fine. You could easily die cut the word joy out, gosh, maybe 2 or 3 times out of the excess in this. So I would keep the excess. Normally I'm one that says, I don't have time for it. But honestly, with this, I would have time for it. I would keep the little extras. So let me just put that right out of my way so I don't lose my joy. I don't want it to be like my Noel that I threw away. But found, thanks to all of you who emailed, you put it in the trash. Now, all my little bits and pieces just come right out. all my little bits and pieces just start to pop right out. Her little eye with the eyelashes. I love it. I love it. Now, what to do with all these little bits and pieces? You've got fabulous little pieces that I certainly would not throw away. Again, these are great little embellishments, and I'm going to show you in a sample how the girls used them to embellish. But all I have to do is continue on to pop out all my little bits and pieces. And then it's self-adhesive. So I can take it and right onto paper, and it'll stick straight onto paper. Gosh, I don't know if I'm going to get all of these out while you guys watch them wait. Let's just assume I did, hey? Okay. So you can take a piece of paper and you're going to start up in a corner, and you're going to get the Vintage Glam off the adhesive. And then what I do is I line it up where I want it to be. So if I want it to be right in that corner, I haven't pulled it all back. Can you see I haven't pulled it all back? I'm gonna line it up, give a press, and then I'm gonna start to peel back the rest of it. And just lay it right on down. Still has a few little a few little ins and outs in there, a few little pieces we didn't pop all the way out. But there you go. Easy to do. Really easy and so pretty. It's not a bright gold and it's not a dull gold. It's just it's a pretty gold, but it's not too much too shiny and blingy, but it's not boring either. I'm trying to get some of those little bits and pieces out that I didn't give out because I'm the A-type personality and it's driving me crazy. So it's not too over the top. It's subtle but beautiful. I guess elegant. Elegant would be the word I would use. And it does have that vintagey look to it, that glam look to it. Same with the silver. The silver is absolutely magnificent. And it's got this beautiful, beautiful feel to it. It almost feels like velvet. It has a very, very soft texture to it and feels kind of like velvet. It's not rough at all. And depending on how the light hits it, you get variations in it and different highlights in it. But again, it's not over the top, in your face gold. And then if you want to, you can color it. What? Yes. Okay, I'm taking my Bic. Just a Bic marker. This is a non-porous material. Vintage Glam is non-porous, which means while it has a paper element to it because it die cuts so beautifully, if you stamp on it or if you put something on top of it, some sort of an ink, it's not going to dry unless it's a permanent ink. And when you think of permanent ink, think of your Copic markers, your Spectrum Noir markers, your Chameleon markers. You don't even have to use the, gosh, I've got a chameleon here. You don't even have to use the blending property of the chameleon, just use the marker to color. Absolutely. But if you don't have those, I almost guarantee you've got a Bic or a Sharpie, or you can run to Staples and for $1 or $2 buy yourself a Bic or Sharpie in the color you want, because these are permanent markers. Remember, Sharpies and Bics, they write on glass, they write on plastic, they write on metal, they write on things that are non-porous. So why would I want to color this? I don't know. Maybe I want to take the frame aspect of this and I want to color it red. So I'm just going to go straight up. And I'm just going to color it red. So it almost outlines the reindeer. It's easy to do. The kids can do it. You don't have to keep it gold. You don't have to keep it silver. You can take your markers and make it what you want it to be. And I've started to do my frame. So that now I've got a red frame with a gold reindeer. It's absolutely what you want it to be. And you can just keep going in there and layering that color until you get the depth that you want. And I could do the bottom. And make it exactly what I want it to be. You don't have to keep things gold and silver if you don't want to. If it's of a non-porous material, take some alcohol inks, take some Bics, take some Sharpies, take your Copics, take your chameleons. Go in there and color them and make them what you want. So easy to do. Now I'm going to show you another die because I colored the bow on it red. So I'm going to show you the holiday wreath because I want to show you that I colored the bow red. Can you see all the detail in that wreath? It's got snowmen and gingerbread men and Christmas trees and prancing reindeers as the little cutout pieces. The girls were going crazy because they kept all those little cutout pieces to use for something else. Look at how cute is that. And I colored the bow. It was gold. Now it's red. Easy to do. This is vintage glam. Pretty and elegant and subtle and sophisticated and feels so good. And just adds a little element to your cards or your layouts or your altered art. Oh my gosh, if you're doing mixed media, this has become your new best friend. Just wonderful. And then of course, I love my die too. So, vintage glam, again, comes in the gold and the silver. These are the sizes of the sheet right here. It's not quite a full 8.5 by 11. It's all self-adhesive. You can absolutely color it to whatever color you want. And a recommendation on the coloring. Anytime you're coloring, whether it be peel-offs or vintage glam, if you've got something gold, this tends to be a warm color. Gold is a warm color. Go back to the time when they were doing makeup and they were doing warms and cools and springs and summers and falls. You want to use warm colors on this. You want to use a warm red or a warm green, whereas, or brown. If you put brown on here, it would make it more coppery. Whereas silver tends to be a cool, it's known as a cool color. So your blues and your purples and your pinks look beautiful on the silver, and your reds and your oranges and your greens look beautiful on the gold. When you're trying to decide what to do, think about the color of the base that you're using. Are you using something warm or are you using something cool? And what end result do you want? That will help you when you're coloring. And it's just so pretty. It will help you get the most beautiful, beautiful results. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. So that's the wreath, but we'll show you that more later. Next, I want to talk to you about clearly glitter. What is clearly glitter? Oh, a lot of you guessed a lot. You guys had everything from my own microfine glitter to all, I mean, it was just crazy what you guys were guessing. No, it is another sheet of self-adhesive, and it's got glitter. Can you see the glitter in there? But this isn't white. This is not a sheet of white. Oh, no, no, no. This is a sheet of transparent acetate that has glitter built into it on the other side. So when you pull it back, it's translucent. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That means when you do this, you can take any of your paper, I don't care what paper it is, any of your paper, and transform it into something spectacular without getting any mess, without getting glue out, without getting glitter out. This is awesome for kids. It cuts beautifully, it die cuts beautifully. So I want to show you real quick I'm gonna take my reindeer again, and I've just got this piece of blue paper, and we're thinking that reindeers in our world come in blue because you just never know, right? I'm gonna lay it down. I have got my magnetic platform. I have got my precision base plate with the directions face down. I can't read the directions. I need that metal side up or that coated side up. And remember, if you have a precision base plate and it has the exposed metal and you are near humidity or salt water and it might get a little rust here and there, take Pledge. Pledge will wipe it off and then you're gonna be fine. And if you're using the precision base plate that I am, can you see those little, that's okay, don't worry about it. If it really starts to bother you, just get a wet wipe and go in there and wipe it all out and it will lift all of that up. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want my paper to get wet. So I'm gonna put my reindeer back down. I'm going to put kind of an icky plate over the top of it because I'm using that precision base plate and that pressure is going to leave an indent into that. And I don't wanna do that on my beautiful, not my beautiful clear plate. I'm gonna send it through. And then just to be sure, you can either take it out now and look at the back of it and it cut. But if you wanted to be 100% sure, you just turn it a quarter turn and then send it back through. And what that does is it allows the rollers in the Sizzix Big Shot machine and then the Big Shot Plus machine to hit every aspect of your die so that the sweet spot in your rollers has touched all parts of the die. Because every machine is a little bit different. The more you use it, the looser it can become. Every machine is just a little bit different. And a loose machine isn't a bad machine, it's just a loose machine. Okay, out it comes. And look at it, just pops right out. Oh, I love, love, love. It's terrible, I shouldn't love my stuff as much as I do, but I do. And you just start taking all the little bits and pieces. And actually, because I'm not working with the Glam paper, I can almost hit them out. And remember, all these little doodads, all these little individual pieces, and the snowflakes and all the little things that come out of it, they save them. The girls save them. So let me bring it over here just real quick and see if I can get some of those out real quick. This is better if you leave your die in the die while you do it. That way you don't worry about the paper. I don't think I'm gonna get too many out, but that's okay. You get the idea. Here's my reindeer. I haven't popped all the little things out, but now let me show you what it would look like in clearly glitter. I have to save these. Usually I just throw them away, but I am under orders from the girls not to throw any of the doohickeys away. All right, I have got a piece of clearly glitter. This is the size it comes in. You get 10 to a pack for $9.99. I'm gonna grab a piece of the blue paper, the exact same blue paper that I was using. I'm gonna cut a piece of clearly glitter out. Grab my die, just see how big I need it to be. Cut a piece of clearly glitter out. Oh, talk about on the hair of my chinny chin chin. Holy smokes, artichokes. Wow. I couldn't do that again if I tried. Now I'm going to peel back the top layer to expose the adhesive, which is on the back of the clear acetate. So this is the part that's sticky. I'm going to put it onto my paper, just like I did the Vintage Glam. I'm just gonna, see how I fold the back? Haven't taken it all off, and I'm just gonna line it up on my paper, give a press down, pull, and I have made my blue now into a glitter paper. But wait, I'm gonna cut it and wait till you see how beautiful it is once it cuts. Absolutely gorgeous. pull my machine on over. Again, I've got an intricate die. Am I gonna pop those little pieces out? No. No, I'm gonna let it go. Those were from the blue from the other. I'm gonna put my die right on here. Wowie kadowie, just by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I'm gonna send it on through. Did I move it? Yep, a little bit. There we go. A few little creaks and cracks are okay. Don't worry, keep going. And then because I'm asking it to go through glitter and adhesive and cardstock, I am going to turn it a quarter turn and send it right back on through. It's so pretty. It reminds me of the lights on the Christmas tree. It reminds me of the twinkle that my mom had. It just reminds me of being happy. That's what it makes me. It makes me happy. Okay, see, I'm not gonna choke up. Well, no, it's gonna be. So now I'm gonna pull all those little bits and pieces out. And I'm not going to ask you to stay with me while I do that because I've got one that's already done. All my little bits and pieces. So assuming I was going to sit here and do this all day long, I'm not. But I am going to show you the one that is done. Can you see the glitter in there? I can't tell from the camera if you can actually see the glitter and the shiny and the beautiful, and it's got this glossy finish. It took that paper and made it something spectacular. And it didn't require glue or fuss or muss. You just lay it over any paper you love, and it adds that beautiful glitter element. It is so, so pretty. So who says there aren't blue reindeers? It's a winter reindeer, right? Your card is almost made. The embellishment, you make your frame a little bit longer. Just put a little bit, make your frame a little bit longer. So if the black was like that, and then mat your picture for your layout right there. It's perfect, right there. It's the perfect element for just about any holiday project you have. Love, love, love my reindeer. Well, I love, love, love my wreath too. Now, can you color on top of Clearly Glitter? Yes, absolutely. You can stamp on top of Clearly Glitter too, but it's non-porous. So what do we have to color with? A permanent type marker. So your Sharpies, your Bics, your Copics, your alcohol inks, your Stays-On. If you're going to stamp, you're going to stamp using Stays-On. I have a whole set of sentiments that not only have the stamps, but have the dies that match. You get all the sentiments that have the stamps and the dies ready to go. And if you wanted to stamp this on your Clearly Glitter and then die cut it out, well, let's just do it really super fast. Really super fast. So I'm gonna put this aside. I've got a piece of my Clearly Glitter. Let me just cut off a small piece. Let me get my stamp mat. And let's do Season's Greetings. Does that sound good? I have to decide, yep, Season's Greetings. Which one is Season's Greetings? I'm sure that's Season's Greetings. That has to be Season's Greetings. All right, let's stamp it and see. So I've got my stamp. These are clear stamps. That means that you need a block or a clear piece of plastic for them to adhere to. And they adhere by static, by cling. So you would use them and take them off and then put them back on. And I mean, they don't stay on there forever. You can then store them when you're all done using them, and you can use the block and the stamp again and again and again and again. I'm using Tim Holtz grid blocks because I like how thin they are. I get a very good feel of the pressure I'm using. Let's grab some StazOn. I've got a red. I don't know how this is going to come out, but it's okay. We're going to give it a whirl. Most of you know these are non-scripted, non-edited YouTubes. I've got it all inked up right on my block. Can you see it right on my block? I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to lay it down right on my Clearly Glitter. And I'm going to give a press. Now, you're not doing chest compressions. No, you're not trying to revive the stamp. You're just going to give a nice little press all over pressure and then peel up. And yes, my Season's Greetings is there. Happy day! And because I used a permanent ink, it will not wipe off once dry. Now, the downside to a permanent ink is that it can stain your stamps. Wiped off of this one pretty darn good, but if I was to use it again and again, or if I was to use the black, does that hurt the stamp? No, it doesn't. If your stamp stains to black, as long as when you stamp off it's completely clean, no problem if it's black. I just know some people have a hard time with that. If you want to clean it, you're going to need to use a StazOn solvent, and with clear stamps, you need to be very quick and very fast about it because that solvent can be harmful to your clear stamp. If you're working on a rubber stamp, it's a completely different story. So let me see if this is my Season's Greetings. It is! Haha. Okay, I'm gonna take my die. And it's an open die, but it's a very small die. It doesn't have a lot of space in between. So typically I would not use this on my precision base plate. Let me see if I can pull it off and grab. I need my magnetic platform because I want it to line up beautifully. So I'm going to use my magnetic plate. No precision base plate because this is an open die. This is not intricate and I don't want it to warp. I'm going to put down my cut plate. And you can use your cut plate as a clear block. All my stamps are stuck to it. Put down my die with that precision base plate, or with the magnetic plate. It allows me to line everything up just the way I want it to be. And then it doesn't move. So I've got my die lined up around my Season's Greetings. And then I'm going to take my Do Not Cut plate and send it through. So little creaks and cracks are okay. I am going to recommend that you go ahead and turn the die. Oh, popped right off. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's gonna, no, it cut through the first time. It popped right out when I went to go turn it. So I've now cut out my Season's Greetings with my die and my stamp, which I can then put onto my card or my whatever I'm doing, my layout, my Christmas cards, and it's ready to go. And it was done in the Clearly Glitter. So you've got the saying in the Clearly Glitter and you've got the actual die in the vintage Glam. So pretty. Can you see how beautiful that is? And again, it's glitter, but it's not, and it's not over the top, and it's not in your face, and you can put it on any color paper that you like and then die cut, and it's beautiful. I'm trying to see what's on the back side. That's the other reindeer. And you've got scrap papers. You've got it. Cut your Clearly Glitter down to fit your scrap papers and die cut away. Easy to do. I'm gonna move this out of my way. So we have talked about, oh my goodness, we have talked about the vintage Glam and how lovely it is. We have talked about the Clearly Glitter. Let me show you the packaging. I don't want to lose my dies and my stamps. So we've got the Simply Defined Clearly Glitter. You get a pack of 10, $9.99. That is an everyday price, so it will never go on sale. This is as low as we can go. 10 sheets of the clear acetate. Think of all the snowflakes you can do and the snowmen. And then we've got the vintage Glam. And again, it has got the 6 sheets of gold and 6 sheets of silver, all self-adhesive, and that is at an everyday low price of $11.99. And it just is elegant and soft and beautiful. But then we have all of the dies for this release, for my Joyous Traditions release. So let me show you those. I'm gonna start with the sentiments. Can't lose all my little bits and pieces. The girls will kill me. I'm gonna start with the sentiments. So there's one set that has all the sentiments, and these are all the different things you can do with them. You can just stamp with them. You can stamp and die cut with them. You can, we've got it stamped on the vintage Glam right here on the silver vintage Glam, and here we've got it stamped on the Clearly Glitter, both using Stays On ink, a permanent ink. Look at how beautiful they die cut out, stamp and die cut out. And then the Clearly Glitter and the vintage Glam. So you've got a whole set of nothing but sentiments, and we threw in a few extra little stamps to just give you a little, a little stuff to play with, a holly leaf and a snowflake. So pretty. Okay, so there's the sentiments. Next, I'm going to show you the reindeer. There's the reindeer in the vintage Glam, in the gold, there in the silver. Here it is in just the brown, and here it is with the brown with the Clearly Glitter over the top of it. Oh, yum! It comes with the reindeer and the word joy. So there it gives you 4 samples of the reindeer, and here it is in the packaging. Then we have our snowflake frame. So you've got the snowflake frame that can either go that way or can be vertical or horizontal, your decision, however you want it. All of the little elements that popped out of the snowflake frame, all the little snowflakes came from all the little pieces inside. Then we have Happy Holidays done in vintage Glam, done in just paper, and done in Clearly Glitter. And we have the frame done with the blue and in Clearly Glitter. It just changes the whole thing. It takes it from a flat piece of paper to something that's got a little pizzazz and pow, but not over the top. So all of that comes in this one set. You can do all of this from that one set. Next, I'm going to show you probably one of my favorites. I think it might be my favorite. Well, I don't know. They're all, well, okay. I like them all. This is my Joyous Traditions holly background, and it is a frame. And there's so much that can be done with it. You can just get the frame, just this. Here's the centerpiece that was in there. Can you see how this is still attached? Well, we gave you the extra die, so if you wanted to cut it out and pop it up, you can. Here it is on vintage Glam. Here it is in the Clearly Glitter with the red, and you've got extra holly leaves and berries that you can use. And I did this, I was so excited when this first came in, when the vintage Glam first came in. I wasn't sure if you would be able to color on it. I just wasn't sure. And so, oh, they're gonna kill me, but that's okay. I grabbed my Sharpie and I did this. I cut it out of the gold vintage Glam, and then I grabbed my Sharpie, my red Sharpie, and I went in there and I just started to color my berries. I did my berries in red, and then I went back with a green Sharpie, and I colored the holly leaves in green. It was wonderful. I didn't have to use any bling. I didn't have to do anything more than grab a pen and color. And if I had a green pen here right now, I'd color them holly leaves. You bet I would. I just love the frame. I think it might be my favorite. So anyway, okay, so that's the frame, and you can see that you get the frame, you get the center die and the little accoutrements, the little extra holly and leaves if you want to pop things up. Okay, so there's that one. Next is the Christmas tree. And this is our holiday tree. Talk about an intricate die and talk about all the little things that you can do with this die. It is amazing. Here it is on just plain green paper. Here are the little pieces that come out. You do get the large Merry Christmas die with it. Here it is on clearly glitter. Can you see that? It's just yummy. All done with the clearly glitter. It's the same paper underneath. One just has clearly glitter on top and one is just your plain cardstock. And then in the vintage Glam, there it is in the silver and there it is in the gold. And absolutely you could go in there with your Sharpie, your Copic, your Spectrum Noir, your Chameleon and color it any way you want. But that is a detailed tree, let me tell you. Definitely a precision plate die. So here's the die. And again, it comes with the Merry Christmas. So you can use that Merry Christmas anywhere, anytime. They don't have to stay together. And here is the storyboard for it. Then we have the wreath. And this is the wreath that I was showing you earlier. It's this one here. There's my wreath. Again, done in green. Done in green with clearly glitter over it. You've got the piece, the Noel Peace Joy die cut that comes with it. And here it is out of the vintage Glam. And all the little pieces that Elena glued down are all the little pieces that fall out. The snowman and the little hearts and the prancing reindeer and the stocking and the holly and another tiny little gingerbread man. All of those pieces fall out of that one wreath. And they just don't want to throw them away. They want to use them for something. Same exact color paper. One has clearly glitter over it. One does not. Now, normally this would be where the show and tell ends for the new dies, but I did a seventh die. It will be sold separately. It will not come as part of the bundle. And I did it for a very good friend of mine, Sharon, who she has the hardest time finding pretty things for Hanukkah. So I tried to do a set that was pretty for Hanukkah, that gave you so many ways of using it, that one set may just be able to carry you through until next year if you have friends who celebrate Hanukkah. It comes with the shadow die. It comes with the detail die. It comes with the stamp, so you can stamp right onto the shadow die. You can stamp right onto the detail die. You can make a frame. You can put the detail die on top of the shadow die. We've got them cut in the vintage Glam and in the clearly glitter. And then it has the words Happy Hanukkah that you can stamp and die cut out. This is one set. That's almost everything, and all the candles. Oh my gosh, heavens, yes, you've got all the candles so that you can then use the candles to light your menorah. Can't forget the candles. But amazingly, all of this is in this one package for $13.99. So if you have friends that celebrate Hanukkah, if you have family that celebrate Hanukkah, and you have trouble finding something that's pretty, I really tried for pretty. I really think that it's pretty. I hope you agree and I hope you like it, because this is my feeling of what if I were to do a Hanukkah card or a Hanukkah layout or a Hanukkah gift, this is what I would want to see. Not childish, not cutesy, but pretty and grown up and sophisticated. So this is the 7th set for this collection for Joyous Traditions. It will not be part of the I Want It All bundle because not everybody's might want it. It will be sold as a separate item for $13.99. Now, I have samples. I have so many samples. I'm going to start with Claire because Hers is the first, and actually she's got a Hanukkah card right on top. There's a card made using, she used Reflections paper. See that Reflections? That's Reflections paper stamped with stays on. And then she made the Hanukkah card. She has got some beautiful things. Let me grab them. Here is the frame that I love so much, and she did it in beautiful colors. The bronze and this is the gold vintage Glam used with bronze cardstock. And it's just elegant and pretty, and she popped everything up. Lovely. And here we've got the reindeer, also out of the vintage Glam, with Joy to the World. That's in the sentiments. Lovely. And then Claire did this canvas using the tree, and she just layered the tree on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, using different papers. She's got vintage Glam in there. She's got Reflections in there. And then remember all those little things I told you not to throw away? She used them to help decorate. And then she took all the little beautiful snowflakes and did a beautiful canvas. It's so gorgeous. It shows up so much better in store when you see it live than I think I can get it on camera. But she did a beautiful job. And she also did a layout. When she saw my Christmas tree, she knew she had just the right picture for it. And I would say she did. I would say she did. It's just lovely. Just lovely. So you've got the vintage, you've got vintage Glam down here, you've got colored vintage Glam. And she did a beautiful job. And again, those little things from the reindeer are over here. Or maybe she took them from the tree. But there's Claire's layout. And the Merry Christmas. Okay, so that's Claire. Then we have Belinda. We're going to start because Belinda has now become the banner queen. Sorry, Carmen, if you're watching this. So she's got a foam cutout of a glove, of a mitten. She's got the snowflake frame around it. It's so cute. It's just darling. And then it all spells out snow. And it's probably 3 feet, maybe a little bit longer. And she's got it all done and all together with rickrack ribbon for snow. And that's Belinda's banner, because now Belinda has to do a banner for every release. She's become the banner girl. So that's Belinda. And then she also did a canvas. Very vintagey. She's got the word believe on top. She's used the different snowflake pieces that fall out. She's got lots of sugar crystal all over it. She cut the reindeer out of felt. That is out of felt. She's got the frame in there. All done with Simply Defined dies by Scrapbooking Made Simple. She's got the word peace in there. Yes, that's one of our dies too. All done with the Simply Defined Christmas. And then 2 more from Belinda. Here she's got her vintage tag. And again, she took the wreath and she cut them in opposites and put it together to make a solid wreath. Very tricky, Belinda. But she wanted a full wreath, so she took 2 of them. She flipped it over so she could get the opposite side and cut it so she had a full wreath. And then for her Jewish friends, love you, Alaka. On the spatula. Is that the cutest thing ever? And she's got the set, the bonus set for this release for Joyous Traditions that has the Hanukkah release. Love you, Alaka. Super cute. Love it, and it hangs. Isn't that darling? That's Belinda. Then we have Elena. So let's pull Elena over really quick. And here she's done a set of gift card holders. Look at that. There's the reindeer, vintage Glam, gift card right in there, ready for you to give away. How cute is that? She's got it here. ready for you to give away. Cute little gift card holder. She did it with the tree. Just a cute little gift card holder. Put your gift card right in there. And this is just paper. She just folded the paper, cut another little piece of paper out, put Stacy tape along the edges so you could still get into it, and put the die on top. How easy is that? Here you have it with the wreath. Can't get so much easier than that. You've got vintage glam here, you've got vintage glam there. And then, if you remember, again, all the little doodads from the reindeer. She saved them, and she did this cute card that has absolutely nothing to do with Christmas, but it doesn't matter. It's so stinking cute. And she took all the things that come out of the reindeer's ears and used them as the steam coming up off of your beautiful cup of tea. Super cute. This is Elena. Elena also did this layout here, which is beautiful. She's got clearly glitter for the stockings. She's got the little doodads that fall out of all the different little pieces. Oh, my little doodad's coming off my stocking. All the little doodads. She's got the wreath and her pictures. And she made a mantle. So this is your mantle, and here are your holiday pictures, and it's just beautiful. Oh, don't want Claire's name on it. This is Elena, not Claire. So this is Elena. She did a beautiful job. And again, she went back in and put all the little, she cut the wreath in white, but then she had all these little vintage or clearly glittered doohickeys that fell out of the wreath from one of her other samples, and she used them to layer right on top. So cute with the mantle. Darling. Okay, and then last but not least from Elena is her house. I can't do this justice on camera. I really can't. And it does turn on. Not 100%. Oh, you push it down and it turns on. So you've got it lit. And I really just can't do it justice. It's amazing. All using the Simply Defined Joyous Traditions dies with the vintage glam. It's absolutely gorgeous. She even has it on the roof, the frame, the holly frame. It's magnificent. And the fact that it lights up, if you are able to get to the store and see some of these samples, they're stunning. They're stunning. They're so inspiring because I would have never thought to do this, ever. Okay, and then last but not least, just one more time, Michelle's sample of her beautiful frame that I opened the YouTube with. So pretty. All right, so that is the newest collection of Simply Defined. It's called Joyous Traditions. You've got 6 sets that are in the main bundle, and then you've got the one set, the Hanukkah set, that is an add-on. And I've got these sets kind of all over the place, but you get the idea. You've got vintage glam, and you've got clearly glitter that can be colored and changed and can make your paper just transform into something magnificent. But where are you gonna get all of these great products? Well, as you know, my collections of Simply Defined and Simply Refined dies and stamps are always limited. There's only so many to go around. The clearly glitter, the vintage glam, my paper, my Stacy tape, the reflections, those are every day. We're gonna have those all the time for you, but the dies and the stamps are limited. So you're gonna go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com. That's where you're gonna find them, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. You can look under the YouTube's Yummies category, or you can look under the Simply Defined and Simply Refined category to find them. If we sell out and somebody doesn't, for one reason or another, has to cancel their order, we'll put them back online for you. Just be patient, and I really do hope, I hope you loved them as much as I do. I think they're just beautiful, and I hope they make your holidays bright and merry, because that's what my mom did. She made my holidays just perfect. So it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. See you next time. Bye.